Welcome back to the Kieran Carlin Football Channel. We're doing the predictions for this game week. But let's quickly go over how I did last week. Well, 3 results correct. I nearly called Fulham Brentford. If Fulham hadn't scored in the last minute, I would have got an exact. I said 2-2 and it finished 3-2. West London bastards. Fuming with that. Absolutely happy for Fulham, but fuming for myself. Let's hope I do better this week. First up in the early kickoff, we have Southampton, Manchester United. Manchester United unexpectedly won against all the odds against Liverpool on the Monday. And they're going to go straight down, crashing back to earth. Imagine Felix Baumgartner jumping from that little Red Bull pod and he's forgotten his parachute, so he's having a good time. Then all of a sudden he realizes this is just a fleeting moment and he's on his way to splat and die. 2-1 Southampton. Okay, controversial. People be like, surely not. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going for Che Adams to bring them straight back down to earth. I checked and Che Adams is actually like a similar size to Martinez, but I'm convinced he can bully them off the ball. Ivan Toney done it, and I believe Ivan Toney isn't actually too dissimilar of a size. So I'm going for Che Adams and a Ward-Prowse free kick. That's what's going to happen this weekend. Bet your house. Don't bet your house, Nick, because you'll be homeless. The second fixture, Brentford, Everton. Everton are, oh my, what is going on? Anthony Gordon, 60 million. The weird thing is that financially, yes, takes 60 million. Who's paying 60 million for Anthony Gordon? It's got Ross Barkley written all over it. I don't know what Chelsea are doing. Oh, we'll get rid of Cho and bring in Anthony Gordon. What does Anthony Gordon do for them? It's insane. But regardless of that, if Anthony Gordon is playing this game, I reckon he'll do absolutely nothing. Brentford 2, Everton 0. It is an absolute race between Gerrard and Lampard to see who can get sacked first. And I think Lampard is going to lose this game to Brentford. I think Brentford are way too well drilled and Everton honestly cannot buy a goal. They are so bad. Brighton Leeds are up next. Brighton are doing well. Leeds are actually doing well. Unbeaten. But I'm going to go for Brighton 2-1. I think Brighton are at home. Leeds, they are doing well, but I just feel like some of the fragility is still there defensively. So I'm going to go for a Brighton 2-1. It should be a good game though. An entertaining game of two teams playing football the right way. Chelsea, Leicester City. Now, Leicester are having a stinker, to be quite honest. They couldn't beat. They had to beat Stockport on penalties. Leicester are in an absolute crisis at the moment. They're openly sleepwalking. You know, they're not even sleepwalking into crisis. They're openly walking into it with their eyes fucking pinned open. However, are Chelsea good? Everyone went nuts after they played well against Tottenham, but they played well and then they drew 2-2. There's nothing they've shown me in the Everton game, the Tottenham game, and especially the Leeds game to show me that there's any reason why they would finish in the top 4. I don't think they're going to finish in the top 4. They are honking so far. They've spent so much, and honestly, I don't think they have anything to show for it at the moment. There's not a lot of promise there. So that's why I've gone for 1-0 Chelsea with a couple of Sterling misses thrown in there. Actually, he might get a goal, but he'll miss a good fair few. Liverpool, Bournemouth. Now, Liverpool haven't won a game yet. They've drawn 2, lost 1 emphatic. Well, emphatically it was 2-1. It was like emphatic, but also they could have got a result. It's a bit odd. My thoughts on that game are up here. I can't see Bournemouth getting a result. I can't see them drawing. I can't even see them scoring. I think the result against United was an absolute twat up Liverpool's rectum. And I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool. I think they'll be fine against Bournemouth. I think they'll finally get a win. Bournemouth don't seem to have that gusto of Crystal Palace or Fulham. So I'm going to go for a nice easy. Not a dramatic or exciting or difficult, to be honest, but just like a 2-0 win for Liverpool. It's just a game they need to get through and get the 3 points at this point. Manchester City, Crystal Palace. Now, I will be at this game. Why I've suddenly picked this game to go to, I don't know. I'm going to like the Leeds game, the Liverpool game, I think, and maybe the Chelsea game this season. And then hopefully the UCL ones when they come up as well, and any other games I can get to. I am seriously worried. Crystal Palace are our bogey team, and I'm sick of losing to them. I'm sick of drawing to them at their place. I'm sick of losing to them at our place. I'm begging we have enough up front with Erling Haaland to be able to actually get through these shitty games. The 3-3 against Newcastle was just insane. You know what? We were actually 3-1 down, and I just laughed to myself because I was like, this is ridiculous. But because of how much we've done it before and the quality we have, I was like, I don't reckon we lose. I reckon we still come back. I reckon we could have probably won the game. Like, it's like nuts. But the problem with that game is that we didn't have what is called by Guardiola the pauser. It's about controlling the rhythm of the game. Against Newcastle were great, don't get me wrong, but what was wrong with Man City, from a City point of view, was that we were just pushing out, so we were trying to get up the pitch as quickly as humanly possible. That's not how we play and win games. When people call us boring, it's the games where we have endless amounts of possession. It's not get off your feet kind of football. It's play it to Grealish, and this is why Grealish is very good, and play it to Bernardo. We just sort of keep it and we pass it around, we try and find the angles, and then we like strike out of nowhere. Against Newcastle, it was get it up the pitch, try and get it to Erling Haaland, and try and shoot as quickly as humanly possible. And we were losing the ball, and it was allowing the crowd to get into the game more, and then that's what happened with and then it's 3-3, then it's insanity. And they're fun from time to time, but I would like to win the game. So I believe Grealish is back for this one, and I think we would have learned from the previous game against Newcastle, and Guardiola will hammer down the pauser. I think Crystal Palace are good, and I think they'll get a goal. I won't be surprised if they get the first goal, but I'm going to go for 2-1 Man City. Arsenal, Fulham. Team, what an exciting team. Arsenal, what an equally exciting team. The Man City B team. We've actually sold some players to a rival club just to try and have a title chase. I'm taking the piss, of course. Arsenal are flying at the moment. But Fulham are vibes. Fulham are serious vibes. Big Mitrovic is king. He has found it. I don't know what he needed for the Premier League, but he's found it and he's finally here. He's arrived. I'm going to go for a whopper of a game. 3-2 to Arsenal. I think Arsenal have enough. I think they might be like 3-1 at one point, and then I think Fulham will get a late goal, and it'll be an exciting end to the game, but ultimately Arsenal will get through it. 3-2 Arsenal, and the return of Jay Leno. Aston Villa, West Ham. Two very poor starts from two very poor teams at the moment. West Ham, I don't know what's going on, but I think this is the game they finally get their first point or free of the season. I'm going 1-0 West Ham. Aston Villa, they won the Capital One Cup midweek, but they were 1-0 down to Bolton for a bit. They're poor. They're really poor. I think they're better than Everton. Everton are really bad, but they're seriously poor. If Gerrard doesn't get a result in this game, he needs something. If he gets a draw, it postpones his sacking for longer. He needs some serious show of form, and he needs to win 2 of the next 4, and I reckon he can keep on kicking the sacking into the long grass, but he is severely underwhelming with this Aston Villa team right now. And I think they're going to lose. I think West Ham are finally going to get their first points on the board this season and win 1-0. And it won't be Skamaka, because he's not scoring more than 5 or 6 this year. Wolves, Newcastle. This Wolves team are crap. Rubbish, offering nothing, offering no entertainment. I'm sorry if you support Wolves, I go about this all the time, but piss off, I'm bored of you, you're doing my head in. Newcastle, holy shite. Unbelievable. Champions League, mate. They are the third best team. Actually, no. Oh, are they? On current form, they're the third best team in the league, I reckon, behind Arsenal. An Arsenal-Newcastle game will be a thrilling encounter. Jesus Christ. But Newcastle were very good against us on the weekend, and I'm going to go for 3-0 Newcastle. I think Newcastle are getting the third most points per game over the past calendar year or something. They've got too much for Wolves. Easy win for the Toon. On to the next one. The final game is Nottingham Forest, Tottenham Hotspur. I'm sorry, Forest, but you're done. You are not good Okay, you beat West Ham, you signed so many players who are good, but you're simply just not good enough. It's not working. It might work in a bit, and this is my hypothesis for the season, but it's currently not working, and it's too early for that. So Tottenham, 3-0. Tottenham haven't really put in a overwhelming performance of the season. 4-1 Southampton. They didn't deserve the 2-2 against Chelsea, but they got the 2-2, which is just important. All that matters is the result at the end of the day. And then they had another unconvincing result against Wolves. But the most important thing is that they're getting results, and I just don't think Forest are good enough. West Ham should have beaten Nottingham Forest. I'm a big believer in XG, okay? I think it's quite a helpful stat to understand a game in just putting an amount on chances that should have gone in. It's by no means a perfect way to understand the game. There's lots of faults with it. However, I think it's quite a good indicator a lot of the time. So I'm going to go for a 3-0 win for Tottenham. Those are my predictions for this game week. Don't forget to subscribe and get your predictions in the comments down below and see if you're just cleverer than me. You probably are, to be honest. I'm just the one with the camera. That's the only difference. In a bit.